gals and everybody. This is a story time-ish, but it's a little crazy. It's a little cray. I popped some gum in my mouth and don't even know where to start. I know, we'll start with some light housekeeping. Okay, if you are new here, welcome to my nonsense. If you are old here, welcome back. Oh geez, if you are new here, consider hitting subscribe. And if you are old here, go double check, make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like if you like. Leave a comment. It could be anything related to the video. It could just be a hello. It could be a few emojis. Anything as long as it's cool, friendly, respectful. Hit the notification bell. And as always, I will link my tip jars in the description box. No pressure whatsoever, but the tips are what allows me to continue to make content, and every $1, every $2, anything helps. Feel free to head on over to my Instagram. Same name over there. Not Nat Nonsense ASMR. I mostly post pictures over there, but sometimes I post some like little reels. You can hop into my DMs if you have any custom video requests or anything like that. Alright, story time. This kind of is connected to my last story time, or my last little rant about what happened with my Facebook getting hacked, and like my job is just, because my Facebook got hacked, I have no access to my business page, and for whatever reason, that's how my clients contacted me. 75% of my clients contacted me via Facebook business page because I was so responsive on it. No access to it. I did make a new one, but it's a wash, you guys. It's a wash. My business can't sustain 2 months of people not knowing how to get a hold of me. Simply can't. I have to make peace with that. We'll get to that later, but there's kind of like 2 different stories in this. The first one has to do with that. So I was like, how am I gonna save my business? I can't just quit on a dime. I don't even think quit's the right word. Like, die. Business death on a dime. Like, I still have bills, and yeah, I have a couple other balls in the air, but nothing that's gonna transpire, nothing that's gonna patch me what I need for the next couple months. So I was like, I have to get minimal business. So I created the new Facebook business page. I had my friends share it, whatever. It's got a decent amount of people in it already, but in doing what I do, these people need like so much exposure before they actually book an appointment. 'Cause I do cosmetic tattoo. Most people that book with me have already been following my page and my work for like a year. They'll message me like 1 month, and then they'll be like, I'm thinking about it, and then they'll message me like a couple months later like, okay, I have the money, I'm ready, So you can't just hurry up, start a new business page and expect people to be like, I'm ready to book. Like, it just doesn't work like that. I've been doing this since 2016, so I already know the drill. If I wanted to build my business back up and figure out how to get that 75% of people, granted, like, a quarter of those people are going to be like, why isn't she answering? Let me just call her. The rest of the people are just like, she didn't answer. Is she ignoring me? Or I'll just wait. Because it's not an urgent service either. Like, what's on my face? You don't need it. You can wait a few months or whatever. Like, so I tried that, and then I was like, okay, I know what I can do. I can get out my files, daunting, and text my clients like, hi, it's Nat. Just so you know, my Facebook was hacked, and I have no access to my business page, so don't message me on that old business page. Here's my new business page. And as always, you can contact me by, this phone number. It's a Google Voice number. Google Voice numbers are free. I think they're free. I've had it since 2016. It's just a separate number that's routed to your own phone. So when people text it or call it, your own phone rings, right? But it's not your home phone. It's not your actual cell phone number. So I pull out these files and I start texting my clients. It was funny because one of the clients that I texted, she was older, right? Probably maybe 70s. Because there was already a stream of text when I texted her, like, hey, it's Nat. Don't message me on my Facebook business page. If you need to get a hold of me, just feel free to text me on this number because I was hacked, blah, blah, blah. And she's responded, who cares about you? I could tell she didn't read it. She just thought she was getting spam or something. So I'll make up a name. I was like, Maureen? Is this you? And she's like, who is this? But I had already said, this is Nat. This is Nat at my business, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I was like, you know what? Just disregard. When I scrolled up, it was all pleasant exchanges. Oh my God, because I think she only got lash lifts. I think she used to get lash lifts. I love them. My daughter wants to come in, and rebooking and blah, blah, blah. So it wasn't I gave her a bad service or something. I think she was just one of those people that just jumps. She's been warned about spams and scams, and so she's just on high alert. Who's contacting me? Whatever. Literally, whatever. We're done here. And some people messaged back I need to get this redone, or I'm faded, it's time, but I'm broke. And I'm like, yeah, me too, I get it. Or I'm going to make an appointment and people do this all the time, I'm gonna make an appointment in October, I'm gonna make an appointment in January, and they'll literally go a whole more 6 months, so people say that and then they don't, and then eventually they do, but never when they say they're going to, which is kind of frustrating, because people will call, try to book, and you give them some time, and they're like, you know what, I don't have it this month, and I'm like, okay, why are we looking at times here? So anyway, I'm going through, that was a little tangent, I'm going through texting all day long. And then 3 of them back to back say message sent failed. And I was like, what's going on? I started to get that ball in my stomach again, what the heck just happened to my business number? So I start Googling. I got freaking suspended. My Google Voice number got suspended for texting too many people. My own clients. Apparently, you can only text a certain amount of people a day from your Google Voice. I wouldn't know. I've never texted any of them. I don't text anybody. I just respond to texts. So I started crying. I was crying in the shower. I'm like, are you freaking serious? Now I have no Facebook and no phone. When I was on Reddit and stuff, because honestly, Reddit is a good place to go if you're having an issue. So a lot of people that comment on stuff and how they resolve stuff or whatever, and so people were like, okay, after 48 hours my account got back, my Google Voice started working again. And there were other people I never got that number back, that number never worked for me again. I'm like, oh my God, anything that could go wrong was going wrong with my business. And that's when I just started having to accept I can't take another hit. I just can't take another hit. Things are getting noisy here, so let's just see if I can get the second story time out. So, you know, I got married. I got my name changed. I needed to go to my banks and switch my last name. I had 2 banks that I had to go to up in Chicagoland. And one of them was like my regular banking, and the other one I had a safety deposit box at. I've had that safety deposit box I knew I had it for at least 10 years. So I started the safety deposit box one. I walk in the door. Now, how a safety deposit box works is you buy a safety deposit box and you pay on it every single year. You get a bill. I think it's $65 a year, kind of like a P.O. box, you know. And you can keep whatever you want in there, like jewelry, documents, important stuff. So anyway, I go into the bank and I was like, hi. I was like, I don't need to get into my box today. All I need to do is switch out my last name. I brought my marriage certificate and my paper ID. They haven't sent my real ID yet. She's like, okay, I can help you with that. Now, I've been into this box like once a year, at least for the last 10 years at this location, right? They don't just move your safety deposit box. So she starts like typing in my info and she's like, and she's just going to town. She's like, I can't find you anywhere. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you're not, I can't pull you up. She goes on to take my information about 20 times, and I was like, I can't give you more information. That's my real name. This is what it is now. This is what it was. This has been my phone number for a billion years. My social security number, I don't have it wrong. Like, you don't have it wrong. We've entered it a million times. What the hell is going on? She's like, this is weird. I don't know. Let me just go try to find somebody. So she goes off for about 15 minutes, and I'm just sitting there like starting to panic. Like, what the heck is happening? So she comes back with somebody, and she's like, yeah, we don't have you in our system. And I was like, too bad. I've been here for at least 10 years. I've been in the box a million times. We're going to have to figure this out. She's like, well, do you have your key on you? I was like, no, I didn't bring my key because like I said, I'm not here to get into the box today. She's like, well, if you could, show me the key with the number to the box on it. And I was like, do you mean that if I lost my key, you're going to tell me that I've never had a box here? Because that's not how it works. If you lose your key, you have to pay to get a new, like a drill on the key, and then you rekey it. So all of my belongings are riding on a piece of metal that's this big. Is that what you're telling me? Meanwhile, I'm trying to call home to see if my husband can look for the key, but trying to have somebody else look for something of yours that is really tiny and you're not exactly sure where it's at the moment, like, is really frustrating. So I'm starting to freak out, and I was like, I don't know how you guys can look at me and tell me that I don't have an account here when I pay my bill every year. You don't have a problem billing me. I feel like I have a little hair on me. I do. She's like, well, do you have the bill with you? I was like, why would I bring a bill in here? It's not my job. I'm simply here to do a name change. Why would I happen to have an old bill on me? And I look over and like, in this like, I'm full blown panic now. Like, I'm starting to like I don't want to get mouthy. I don't want to freak out. And I look over and one of the tellers is like giggling about it. Like, she really thinks that I'm making stuff up. Like, I don't even have a safety deposit box there. I'm just a lunatic that is trying to get into somebody else's safety deposit box or something. Mind you, I wasn't there to get into a box that day anyways. I was there just to update my information. So I'm like, oh my God, I better not even look over there at this lady because I will go to jail. I said, what about the cards that I sign every time I need to get into my account? Because like, you have to come in, check in, and then you go over to, I trimmed my bangs up and now I have little hairs everywhere. You go over to like this other area and you sign in on like these index cards. She's like, well, those cards are by number, by account number, not by name. So I can't look you up without an account number and you're not in our system. Crazy, because I was just there in January. I paid my bill twice this year because when they billed me, I sent the money order and they never got it. And then I couldn't find my receipt because I got another bill. They were like, late, overdue or something. And I was like, what the? But I couldn't find my receipt. So I was like, okay, no problem. I'm going to go send another one in. Well, in the interim of that, when I went to go into my safe deposit box last time, I remember her being like, well, you're not current on your bill. I was like, the check is in the mail. Let me into my box. Like, too bad, keep billing me, but you have to let me into my box. She was really gonna not let me into my box because my bill was like overdue a little bit. This is crazy. Like, I'm still entitled to my belongings. You can bill me for the box. You can overcharge. You can give me a late charge for the box, but I'm still entitled to get into my box. This is freaking nuts. That already rubbed me the wrong way. Especially because I had said it. Dude, I was on my second time paying it because I didn't want anything to mess up. I was like, I can't find the receipt for this thing. I'm just going to pay again. So she could find me then. How was I that? How did you find me then? How did you know that I was a little overdue? I'm so confused. And I did have my key with me at the time, but the key doesn't have an account number on it. It only has a box number on it. Get noisy. My son is in the room. My big dog is in the room. Sorry. Disclaimer, you can go ahead and exit if this is going to bother you because it bothered me. It's bothering me. So anyway, I go over to, I'm like, every time I come in, I have to go sign in these cards. How many safety deposit box cards? How many boxes do you have? Because each box will have a sign-in card. And I know it's not by name, but I've been signing into it. So what you're going to have to do is go over there and pull out each card and find the one that says my name. That's all we can do. It must be done. She's like, okay, we'll go over there and look. So she goes over there. And about 30 minutes later, I hear, aha. So at this point, I had already been there for like over an hour, freaking out. She goes, I found your card. She's like, okay, let's go into the office. So she's like entering all this stuff. And she's like, yeah, I still can't find you anywhere. And I was like, I just need you to stop saying that because I already just got hacked. And then I come in here and you guys are acting like I'm not real. I'm starting to like lose touch with reality. Like, am I freaking real? No apology, really. It was just like, well, let me see how I can fix this now. So I took a picture of like my card, so I have it in my records, like that I had signed in and out. And I did get, like, when I got home, I found an old bill. But the bill doesn't even have an account number on it. It only has the box number on it. So why couldn't she find me? Because once she found the card, she had my box number. So if you have that and that's what the bill has on it, what do you mean you can't find me? Also, how are they billing me? How are they billing me? Also, how did she know I was late on my payment in January? So I will take the old bill in there when I go back up there and my key, and I'm just getting my stuff out. Like, this is incredibly reckless. And the other thing is, like, they're not going to do anything about it. They're not going to, like, what can they do? What can they do? They can't, like, offer me something for my troubles or anything. Like, this is just, and it was just like every day it was something crazy happening. Every single day. It happened for 2 weeks straight, where almost every day or every other day something pretty big was happening. And I'm still like in this weird paranoia from it. So that was my little rant story time. I'm gonna go up there and just part ways. It's PNC is the bank. Oh, there go the dogs. Sorry about the choppiness of this video, the background noise, all that. I've had almost no time to record. So I'm just trying to navigate this, but if you are still there and you watched all the way to the end of this story time, rant, ramble, gum chewing, ASMR, thank you so much. I hope that you have a good rest of your day, rest of your evening, and or